Yo, mic testing, 1, 2, 3. This is the Mouse of Ink. Welcome back to another gaming episode where we're going to check out more Starfield. I'm going to let my robots give you the rundown of our main topic today, and then we'll get to it.
Skills are grouped into 5 categories: physical, social, combat, science, and tech. Each skill category is divided into 4 tiers: novice, advanced, expert, and master.
And Starfield has a leveling system, and most games have a level cap. Many have found themselves wondering just how high they can level their characters up in Starfield. There are 80 skills in Starfield, spread across 5 distinct skill trees. Each skill tree is broken up into 4 tiers, with players having to spend a certain number of skill points in a tier in order to unlock the next one.
Did you guys know that the shield system skill increases your ship's total shield capacity? Well, if you'd like to learn more stuff like that, go to rockpapershotgun.com and check out their Starfield skills and upgrades guide. They have it word for word, and they also have videos. I'm actually just now starting to pair a lot of what I'm doing to their guide, and I think you guys should check it out. It's really informative and gives you not only beginner but in-game advanced directions on your skills, and it's just a really formidable guide to have around. So with all that being said, we're going to get into my character summary of my skills, and we're going to go through all the skills, so let's get right to it. So we're going to start off in the physical tree, and I'm going to go ahead and give you the ones that I do not have so far, which would be energy weapon, dissipation, and environmental conditioning, nutrition, pain tolerance, and martial arts. I'm also going to be the ones I don't have in social. In social, I don't have negotiation. I don't have deception. In combat, everything is unlocked. Science, I do not have AO, neutronic fusion. Technology, I do not have missile weapon systems, energy weapon systems, particle beam weapon systems, starship engineering, EM weapon systems, and automated weapon systems. So those are the things that I need to work on getting. And to open those would be a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 levels would be required for me to level those up. Now I'm going to get back to physical, and we're going to talk about the ones that I feel like I do not need at all based around my build. So boxing, I do not use. I'm 5 out of 20 on challenges, and I'm 1 out of 4 on rank. Honestly, it was a waste for me. It's not something that I use. Fitness, I do think is important, but not as important as some other ones that I'm going to call out. Fitness, I have a 20 to 20 out of my challenges, but my current rank is 1 out of 4. And the ones I'm going to go into detail on will be the ones that are 4 out of 4. So now we have stealth, and my challenges are progress skills maxed out. My current rank is 4 out of 4. And to tell you what I do with it, so I'm 100% more difficult to detect when I'm sneaking. My suppressed weapons do an additional 20% sneak attack damage when I attack enemies and I'm in sneak mode. Doors that I interact with, like for example, if you're in the region missions and you're putting up those, so to speak, like garage doors, they do make noise. So while you're going to want to take off your spacesuit for sneak as well, you're going to want to get your stealth all the way up so that you don't make as much noise going through those doors, because they can be a dead giveaway to stealthier missions or, just stealthier gameplay in general. Weightlifting, 4 out of 4, currently maxed out. At 4 out of 4, increased total carrying capacity by 100 kilograms and gain 50% resistance to staggering. I think that all just really plays into my build being a sturdy build, one that can carry a lot, one that can necessarily, I'm not saying like take a lot of damage, but you know, when bombs and stuff are thrown, not too much stagger, so I can get out of situations where I'm surrounded. Wellness is a 1 out of 4, and I'm 200 out of 200 complete on the heal 200 damage challenge. And I do recommend you get this to be 4 out of 4. Mine just isn't 4 out of 4. I went for some other skills. Gymnastics. So again, another progression that challenge that I've completed. So you can tell I use this skill, but I just haven't leveled it up because I've been putting the skill points in other skills right now. So current rank is 1 out of 4, which basically just leaves me to, you know, do the regular schmegler that you can do with gymnastics. For my cellular regeneration, I'm going to call all these together because I believe that they're all important to have together. Cellular regeneration, decontamination, and rejuvenation. So if you have all 3 of these and you have them, let's say, maxed out to 4, mine's aren't. Mine's is 1, 1, 1. So all of them give me the basics. But if you had all these and you have them maxed out, I really think you'd have pretty much a character that just heals constantly, barely gets ailments, and any like infections taken care of just by its immune system alone. So it is something that I recommend, and honestly, it's one of the reasons that I want to open up environmental conditioning, because I think all 4 of those kind of play a role together. So I'm definitely going to get that open very soon. Now we're going to move up to, so to speak, the top tiers, just the ones that, because I mentioned rejuvenation, but the top tiers of the physical tree, which is concealment, and the other is neuro strikes. So with concealment, my main thing is that I really don't do the whole melee. So I wasted a point on concealment, opening it up. I'm 1 out of 4, 0 on the challenges. And neuro strikes, stun 10 enemies with an unarmed attack. Again, I'm not really a melee character, and that's just not how I operate. So these are just skills that I kind of wasted, and I could have put them, you know, more into a tier or more into another skill that I actually use. So my biggest advice in the physical tree, I would have to say the ultimate goes with is stealth and weightlifting. And if you want to be really awesome, cellular regeneration, decontamination, and rejuvenation. Those have to be my favorite from the physical skills. Now to move on to social. So with social, starting with the base layer, we have commerce, which is the 1 out of 4 for me. And guys, I think that it's very important to get commerce up for the fact that, you know, there aren't any vendors chests for us to go attack right now. So commerce, I would get it up 4 out of 4 if you can, but mine is 1 out of 4 again. Where I wasted stuff in my physical tree, I could have used stuff in my social tree because I'm 25 out of 25 on the buy and sell the unique items. I've been doing that. Gastronomy. So this looks like something to do with food. And it is create 5 food or drink items for the challenge, which I've done, but I'm still 1 out of 4 because it's not something that I level up. So you can craft specialty food and drinks and research additional recipes at a research lab, which I should do, which I encourage you to do, but is it my top tier? No. Persuasion. So I'm 3 out of 4. Highly recommend you get this 4 out of 4. You're going to need it for any missions that you're doing, just anything in general where you're going to need to use persuasion to get what you need, or even bribing them down a little bit more. That all kind of helps with the persuasion perks. And right now I'm 3 out of 3. I'm 30% increased chance of success when persuading someone. Scavenging, I'm 1 out of 4. Loot 25 containers. You could do this simply. I just, again, wasted some of my skill points and could put them into something like this because my challenges are done, but I didn't. Theft. So I have not been stealing, guys. This isn't Oblivion or Skyrim for me. I've not been stealing like that. But my theft, my pickpockets are 5 out of 5 on the challenge, but I'm rank 1 out of 4. Isolation. So the challenge is kill 20 enemies while not in command of a follower. And at 1 out of 4, I get plus 10% weapon damage, and I gain 15 damage resistance for each spacesuit and helmet equipped when I don't have a companion or crew member, which I can and I can go without a companion. Sometimes you might just see me traveling by myself, but I normally just take my adoring fan, even though I have Amelia Earhart and all that other stuff. I just like my adoring fan. Intimidation. So I am only a 1 out of 4, but I have this open, and I'm only a 1 out of 5 as far as using it in the challenge. And basically, it just forces NPCs below my level to flee for a limited amount of time. Diplomacy, which I just got open, so no, none of the challenges are done, which are using it in conversation like you do in dialogue with social. And you can force a target, an NPC, or below your level to stop fighting for a while. Instigation. So successfully instigate 5 different people. I've only done 2 out of 5. I really don't use it, but I opened it up because I wanted to have, you know, a lot more dialogue options for talking during missions. So you can basically force an NPC below your level to attack their allies for a limited time. And this can also help in missions where you need distractions. Ship command. Destroy or board 5 ships with a crew of 2 or more. I'm 5 out of 5 on that, but I'm still 1 out of 4 on my ship command. And it says you can have up to 4 active crew members. So that sounds like that's our crew member key to getting more crew members. So I'm going to level that up the second I skill farm again, because that is actually a very important skill to me. And I really would actually consider it top tier. So just being in base that you can carry more... You can carry more crew members around in your ship. That's important, and probably do better with your outpost to have more crew members. So I would say my top tier for social would have to be persuasion. Definitely going to want to get that commerce up. Your outpost management is up to you. I outpost a lot, and having additional robots at my outpost benefits me because I can have my power robots, I can have my security robots, and just, you know, they can make sure that my outpost is good to go. And I actually end up having more robots than I do have humans at my outpost across the galaxy. Let me think, is there anything else in this? Manipulation you're going to get during your rejoin quest, so you can hold on to your skills for that. Don't waste one. I currently have mine 2 out of 4, but rank it up as high as you want, and it really helps to control NPCs. Just dominate them in conversation. There is no question to what they're going to answer you, because 99.9% of the time your manipulation chances work on them, and they're completely swayed to what you want to do, whether it's giving up credentials that you need, or giving you access to something, or just giving something to you. They're going to do it because you have that manipulation. So yeah, that's it for social. Let's head to combat. So for combat, guys, I have everything open. Ballistics, so that's going to be difficult to call a top tier for this, right, because I have everything open. Ballistics, I'm 50 out of 50. I'm 2 out of 4, and basically my ballistic weapons go and do 20% more damage. Dueling, I'm 20 out of 20, but I'm 1 out of 4, and my melee weapons do 25% more damage, take 10% less damage while wielding a melee weapon, which I really don't wield weapons like that in melee combat, as I've told you guys before. Lasers, so I'm 50 out of 50, 2 out of 4, and again, that's another 20% more damage that my laser weapons can do. For pistols, I've fully progressed on my challenges of killing my 20 enemies, but I'm only 1 out of 4 on pistols. And as I like pistols on here because it kind of gives me that Resident Evil feel, you know, in a less hostile environment. I just feel like a much bigger person. But with the 1 out of 4 perk, I'm at a disadvantage. You're only doing 10% more damage to my enemies. My shotgun certification, I'm a 1 out of 4. My challenges, I'm 20 out of 20, and it's the same as the pistol, only doing 10% more damage with shotguns. Demolition, I'm 49 out of 50, and I'm 2 out of 4, and my explosives do 25% more damage. And I'd say all these are pretty reasonably the same caliber, just depending on your playstyle of how you like to traverse combat. For my heavy weapons, I'm maxed out, so I'm 4 out of 4. So this is top tier for me, guys. Gain 25% physical resistance while aiming down sights with a heavy weapon. Incapacitation, I'm 1 out of 4, and I'm 0 out of 400 EM damage. Unbelievable. Particle beams, I'm 1 out of 4, 10% more damage, just like with pistols and shotguns. And kill 20 enemies with particle beams. Weapons is the challenge. I'm 20 out of 20, just haven't leveled it. Rifle certification, I'm 1 out of 4, 20 out of 20. My rifles do 10% more damage. Same thing with particle beams, same thing with pistols, same thing with shotguns. Marksmanship, I am 10 out of 10, but I'm 1 out of 4, and increase in critical hit chance with non-automatic range weapons by 3%. Rapid reloading, I'm 1 out of 4. I'm 6 out of 30 on the challenge. And reload ballistic weapons 30% faster, which I know once I get back to using my ballistic weapons full time that I'll manage to do that in no time. Sniper certification, this is top tier for me, guys. I'm maxed out, 4 out of 4. Scoped weapons do 50% more damage while using the scope, and it's very beneficial. That means that you are stacking sneak with scope. Target stack. Targeting, I'm 50 out of 50, but I'm 1 out of 4. Increase accuracy and range when shooting without aiming. Marks up to 1 enemy within 25 meters that damages you. Very useful, especially when you're sniping. Highlights everyone in the area. It's one of my faves. Well, so far. As you can see, I'm quickly 50 out of 50. Like, I just opened it up and 50 out of 50 out of nowhere. That's why I say it's one of my faves. I'm going to put it up there top tier. I think you should get it. It's like having life detect on Oblivion or Skyrim. Armor penetration. So we are 20 out of 20. We're 1 out of 4 in rank, and that's a ignore 50% of target's armor. I'm sure this is very detrimental for some players. So I'm going to go ahead and rank these top tier for these last 3, even though I only have the 1 out of 4 because I have the challenges maxed. I just haven't officially moved them up. So I recommend getting them 4 out of 4 for each one if you are on a skill farm where you are, you know, getting your skills up at the moment and you have your challenges done. Okay, so crippling would be next. Top tier. Like I said, these last 2 are top tier. Human enemies have a 30% increased chance to enter a down state after taking enough damage. So if you are up against a bunch of pirates, a bunch of elliptic, a bunch of if you're up against a bunch of enemies, crippling not only makes references to the arrow and the knee, but it also benefits you, and you can down a lot of different enemies before they even have chances to get to you. Sharpshooting, so increase headshots, critical damage by 50% with ranged weapons. And I think like that's really important because again, you're gonna stack. So if you got targeting, you got your sniping, you got your sharpshooting, and then you're downing them with crippling, possibly going right past their armor because you have armor penetration, and then you get a critical hit chance with marksman, and then whatever weapons you have, whether it be demolition, heavy weapon, ballistic, pistol, shotgun, or rifle, depending on the scope that you put on that, you're just stacking damage. And also going back to sneak and stealth, your weapons are going to do a considerable amount more damage. So I definitely would say combat in general is definitely one of the best tiers to level up. If you're a beginner, you're going to want to get all those open so that you can, you know, mow down your enemies, get to your missions. It's kind of annoying when you're stuck and you're like, what is wrong with what's going on? It's like you're just stuck because all your stuff is in the wrong position, you know? So science. In the science tree, we have astrodynamics, and I have everything except for, like I said, a neutronic fusion. I have everything but that open. So astrodynamics, 3 out of 4, top tier for me because I do a lot of gravity jump drives, and before I got my piloting up, this was allowing me to just gravity jump, guys. So geology, I have 1 out of 4, but I'm 20 out of 20, and I recommend all of the science tiers because, like I said, all mines are pretty maxed, and just that one I don't have. It's obviously the one that I use the most, so this is definitely the tier that settles me. Medicine is a 2 out of 4, 50 out of 50, so I could just level these as I go. Med packs, trauma packs, and emergency kits restore 20% additional health, and it brings it up faster by 20%, guys. So getting that to a 4 out of 4 if you can do so. Research methods, 4 out of 4. Sudden developments during research are twice as common. Resources required to craft items and complete research projects is reduced by 60%. Max it out, you need it. That's all I'm going to say. Max it out, you need it. Surveying adds another level of zoom to the hand scanner, and scan distances increase to 50 meters. Depending on what missions you're doing, guys, you're going to want, especially your I'm talking about your mission boards, depending on like what you're doing, whether you're delivering resources or what have you not, you're going to want your surveying open for sure, because it's going to help you. Botany, I have about a 1 out of 4, 20 my 20 challenges. These are kind of self-explanatory, so I'm going to keep going. Scanning, 4 out of 4. You can detect unique inorganic resources on a planet and moon surface and gain a complete list of cargo on ships in space. Very useful, self-explanatory, top tier for me. It's 4 out of 4. My spacesuits is 3 out of 4. Another top tier. You're going to want to customize these things. The more advanced you get and the more playthroughs you do, you'll understand, why you want to be able to craft more advanced spacesuits, not just your regular. And then credits too. The more you are crafting and adding, these different modules, stuff to different things in your different crafters, you're putting up that credit price, so you could sell it for a higher dollar value if you're not farming your credits. 4 out of 4 on weapon engineering. This is top tier, 100%. This is what makes a difference in my weapons. It's why I have all of my weapons even open, is because I can customize the scope, the inside of the gun. Every aspect of the gun can be customized to make it a more just dynamic, crazy powerhouse of a vehicle, of a gun. So you're definitely going to want to invest some skill points, if not all, into weapon engineering. It's top tier. Zoology, 3 out of 4. This is top tier for me because I use it to actually farm the resources from the animals, as well as doing level and skill farming. I think zoology is very important. And if you can help getting zoology and botany and your outpost engineering together, as well as your planetary habitation, do so. So we're going to also talk about astrophysics. So my astrophysics is a 4 out of 4. And with that, you can scan any planet or moon within 30 light years. You have a 50% chance to discover a trait when scanning. This is important because now you don't have to run around to scan traits. When I have people telling me that they're running around and they're still exploring caves and all that, I'm just like, good for you. Chemistry. Chemistry, I'm a 1 out of 4, guys, but I would like to be a 4 out of 4. I'm a 10 out of 10 on the challenge, of course, which is just producing the chems. And you could just get that one up by producing Aurora. Like, you don't even have to, try that hard, but I just don't have mine up. Outpost engineering, I'm a 4 out of 4, and I gotta say this again is top tier, guys. Outpost modules now cost 50% fewer resources to build. The more resources you have, the better, and you're gonna see why. You're gonna need resources, inorganic and organic, for a lot of different types of crafting, building, you name it. You're gonna need it. Special projects. So I'm at 3 out of 4, and I'm excited to get to 4 out of 4 on special projects because you can craft exotic manufactured components at your industrial workbench. Who doesn't want to do that? Planetary habitation. You can build outposts on planets with extreme gravity, increase the maximum number of outposts you can build by 16 when you have it maxed out 4 to 4. This is the reason that I say do it. Alrighty, and last but not least, guys, we're going to get into the tech tree. I'm going to do it. It's not my best tree by no means. So ballistic weapon systems, 1,000 out of 1,000 on my challenge, but 1 out of 4. Top tier, boost pack training. Boost pack training is top tier. When you're 4 out of 4, it doubles the previous bonuses. Thank me later. Piloting, 4 out of 4. Unlock the ability to pilot Class C ships. Now, you can now pilot all ships, so whether you are hijacking a ship and you're trying to steal it and it's too high of a level for you, it's not a problem anymore. Whether you're trying to buy a ship, you can just buy pretty much any ship, if you have the credits for it, because you have piloting 4. And it's also one of the easiest skills to rank up, and with it, you know, also comes jump drive. So you're going to want to travel far, so you're going to want to pilot a really awesome ship. So get your piloting up as soon as possible. Top tier, guys, top tier. Security, I'm a 3 out of 4. I would also say this is top tier. A lot of people say don't unlock everything. The only reason I'm not unlocking everything is because I can't keep my hands on dick pics. Okay, but get your security up. It's going to help you hack through things that will make your missions much easier, such as doors, computers, you name it, you'll be able to get through it. Charting control systems, 1 out of 4. Engine systems, 1 out of 4. Payloads, 1 out of 4. Shield systems, 1 out of 4. Robots, 1 out of 4. Now, starship design should be 4 out of 4, guys, but I'm at a 1 out of 4 on starship design. So definitely get that one up. It's a top tier. It's going to help you, just like you do the crafting and everything over in science, it's going to help you in your tech with your spaceship, do those modules for your Class C ships. Starship engineering, I'm 0 out of 4, guys. I said I wasn't going to mention the ones that I don't have. I'm going to skip to boost assault training. So I'm 1 out of 4, 200 out of 200 on the challenges. I highly recommend boost assault training because it's going to help when you're farming and you're amongst a bunch of fauna and they're surrounding you and you need to blast up real quick and hurt your enemies. Nearby enemies take damage when you boost and have a chance to catch on fire. Isn't that just awesome? So that on top of boost pack training should have you going really well. So in this category, guys, I would say piloting, boost pack training, security. Payloads is also very important. I know I didn't go into it, but payloads as ship cargo holds have 10% more carrying capacity. And you can also get a follower that will have, you know, payload abilities, but it's just always good to have it on yourself. And I would highly recommend that you rank it up 4 out of 4. I mean, honestly, all these could be ranked up 4 out of 4 on every single category, guys. But that's just my personal opinion on my trees. Okay, so next I'm going to get on to just my character in general, because it's a character summary, and I want to update you guys since my last video on what I have going on for status effects, character, general, exploration, ship, mission, combat, crafting, and crime. So we're going to go over that now. And for status effects, guys, I'm always on the worst end of things. I have burns, I have lung damage, I have poisoning, stabilized barrel enchantment, yeah, that's a bonus, corrosive vapors, toxic environment, warning suit protection depleted, and I'm well rested, so I'm getting a 10% XP bonus at the moment. Yeah, I've been doing a lot and I haven't been to a doctor again, so yeah, there's that part. Damage resistance, so right now it's the reggae, what I had before, the 168 for physical, EM is 158, energy is 178, thermal 75, airborne 50, radiation 65, corrosive 60. Of course, traits, and my background is a sculptor, and my traits were Heroes Worship, Kid Stuff, and Dream Home. And this is not a new character, guys, but I read you that to just explain this is not a new character. If you want to know about what those things are, if you could just go and watch my first video. If you haven't yet, you can see where I started with this little video series that I have. This is only the second video, guys. So for general, I have locations discovered 344, locations explored 446, days passed 3,605, hours slept 1,814, hours waited 797, credits found 6,464,143, most credits carried 1,410,523, and I guess that's what I have on me right now. Containers looted 920, magazines found 17, persuasion successes 60, affliction suffered 151, food eaten 584. Now I can say for a fact I know that food went up because food was at 420 for my first video, so definitely all of these went up. Data slates read 183, skill challenges completed 98, snow globes collected 4, exploration systems visited 181, planets scanned 1,263, planets fully surveyed 191, planets landed on 162, fully scanned 71, fauna fully scanned 57, stations docked with 78, ships docked with 94, unique creatures scanned 100, temples found still 14, guys. I don't know, I like my powers, but I really only use 2 of the powers, and I'll definitely be talking about that in my next video. Ship, so gravity jumps 481, furthest gravity jump 34, ships registered 10, max ships owned 11, most expensive ship owned 404,175. I know that hasn't, I don't think, changed, and if it did, only by a couple thousand. Largest ship owned 2,803, in which I'm gonna go over to my ships as well, guys, because I added to Shield Breaker and it's a massive amount now. Largest crew size 4, ships customized 12, shipbuilder credits spent 245,702, ships sold 0, ships painted 7, ship modules built 125. And let me just real quick hop over to my ships. Right now I'm in my Starborn Guardian. I'm always in my Starborn Guardian. I'm going to my ships. We're going to, here we go, Shield Breaker. So on Shield Breaker, guys, I upgraded the cargo capacity to 9,768. And it's surprising because still that's not enough cargo capacity for me. Considering all the resources that I have, it's just never enough. So I have to go to Constellations and I have to put my stuff in the infinite container in the bedroom, the safe, because I just have way too much, which I will do an entire haul video on everything that I'm carrying one day, just for, especially when I go out to outposts, because I'm often carrying a lot of things. So let's get back to our status summaries. Right now I'm going to go down to missions. Quest completed 255, activities completed 120, main quest completed 20, Crimson Fleet quest completed 16, Free Star Collective quest completed 24, Region Industries quest completed 30, United Colonies quest completed 23, side quest completed 235. For combat, let's see here. People killed 1,189. Creatures killed 4,511. Robots killed 135. Turrets killed 147. Elite enemies killed 386. Critical strikes 4,003. Sneak attacks 2,255. Boost packs exploded 97. 0G kills 13. Powers used 359 times I used my powers. Scope kills 3,521. Max damage shot 3,415, melee kills 87, laser kills 479, ballistic kills 3,654, headshots 1,779, explosive kills 99, starborn kills 43, ships destroyed 258. And again, my favorite weapon, just like in the previous video, which I have a couple other weapons with me, but is my Varun Inflictor. Favorite power, personal atmosphere. 96, armor mods crafted 31, organic resources gathered 55, inorganic resources gathered 186, chems crafted 162, food cooked 423, outpost built 49, objects built 4,490, cargo links established 37, crime. Locks picked 107, pockets picked 8, items stolen 23,967, assaults 1, murders 14, trespasses 0, times arrested 5, most contraband carried 11, times caught with contraband 1, acts of piracy 0, total lifetime bounty 3,883, largest bounty 911. And in my fairness, guys, I'm really not into crime. I really don't do much beyond using void power and my sneak capacity to get past guards and do missions and stuff like that. I really don't sneak around unless I have to. Like if I'm on a hunt down for weapons and I'm killing pirates or I'm killing Galactic, or I'm killing them, and I'm really not sneaking around. So that's where all those kills come from, as well as around level 30 I started doing, what do you call it, level and skill farming. So I'm gonna get into all these topics in my next video. It's gonna be my 3rd video in the series, and like I said, if you watch this video and this is your first video you're watching the series, check out the first video where you can see more content. You can see definitely more gameplay, older than this, of course, because I'm a higher level now. That too, let me tell you my level. So I'm a level 121, and let's see here. Oh, I'm about to be level 122. So I'm excited to share my next video with you guys. If you like this one, like, share, subscribe. I pray to God that I fix the comment, so you can leave a comment this time. And if you have any questions about my build, I'd love to share more about my build. I just literally, you know, I'm just sharing what a summary is about my build, and I don't know exactly what people want to know about it, so, or my gameplay. If you want to see specific missions, specific this and that, when I'm going into my third gameplay, that's another thing. As far as like all of the star systems on my second playthrough right now, I've already discovered them. So I'm so like over the moon, okay, literally in the game, to share my experience. So I'll check you guys out, and I hope you enjoyed watching my videos. Catch you later.
Happy Halloween.